Hello, everybody. This semester, I'm going to do my module on personal finance for my economics class. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how these e-learning models can be incorporated or how I can use them to create my personal finance module. The first one I want to talk about is the Assure module. So I really liked the Assure module. It seemed to make a lot of sense to me. The steps are there listed. I know we all read these, but just to go over them briefly, analyzing really just starts out with kind of figuring out who you're teaching, what the ages are, what kind of the big prior knowledge or maybe knowledge gaps are with your students, and then to figure out what your main objectives are in the class. Come up with the media that you're going to use and the materials. So, like if there's a book that you're using or one particular set of online, media that you're going to be using, and then you actually utilize it. Then you actually do it. You have the kids look at it, and you do the materials, and then you have to require this. I love this piece. You require learner participation. So you say, okay, kids, here's the material. Now you have to do something, you have to participate. And then, of course, you're going to evaluate, always reevaluating and revising. So, for me in my personal finance class, I just really think that this Assure module is perfect. In my forum post, I put this as my number one pick. And that's really because I see this going hand in hand. I feel like it is intuitive. It helps me to evaluate, like that last piece of evaluating and revising. I feel like that's what teachers do every single day anyway. One of the advantages I have is that I teach semester-long classes instead of year-long classes. So that means that if something goes wrong in the first semester, I can revise it and redo it in the second semester. And so I like that piece there. I also like that it puts a focus on the materials because that's so important to have good materials that are based on the objectives. The next one I want to talk about is the four-door e-learning method. So my daughter we've subscribed her to ABC Mouse. I don't know if any of you have kindergarten kids, but this is like a preschool learning online program. And when I read the four-door e-learning method, I was like, oh my gosh, he is talking about ABC Mouse. So I'm showing you right here the picture of the main ABC Mouse screen. And essentially what you can do at the kindergartners can click on any of those items in that room, and it can take you to some sort of learning experience about that item. Like you can click on the clock or the map or the piano. It's just really amazing. And I felt like that was the image in my mind, is like this interactive environment where you can like click on a library, click on a cafe, click on a playground. I think that's really, really neat. I know my kids absolutely love ABC Mouse. I can't get them off of it. So in my personal finance class, I don't know that it's practical for me to do this because I think I'd have to spend a lot of money on development. But if I could, I think that would be awesome to like create this interactive environment online where you could click on like money or you could click on a job. I think that would be awesome. And so that's kind of the vision I have with the four-door. But I think it would cost a lot. And so, I teach at a public school, so probably not going to happen. So the other module that I was looking at was the Rapid ISD model, where basically it's going to be focusing in on preparation. So you want to prepare your students, and I like that this whole module is based on the students. So like we want to prepare our students, we want to get the stuff presented to the students in an interactive way. And then we want the kids practicing and we want the kids performing. I like that a lot about this module. It's very student focused. So in personal finance, for my class, I could see this incorporated very well. Just a very student focused kind of situation where like I'm presenting them with information, but they're doing things with that information. They're participating in even the activity of getting the information, and then they're practicing with hands-on relevant real life scenarios, and then they have to perform in some way, put together a project or something. So that it seems very relevant and intuitive for me, and I think it would go well with my module. So, in conclusion, I think all these are great, and I hope to incorporate them at least in some way in the future. Thanks for listening.